Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon. We are back with another video. Today we're talking about how to trade futures on Bitunix exchange. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon. We're on the road to our first 100k subscribers, and grab your copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's in the description waiting for you. That is my gift to you, and let's talk about Bitunix. Okay, guys, so you can find Bitunix at bitunix.com. I do have a link in the description. If you want to sign up, you will get some trading bonuses with my link in the description, so make sure to check that out. But Bitunix is a non-KYC centralized cryptocurrency exchange. And again, you're going to want to have a non-KYC exchange in your arsenal. Again, I do often advocate for not having any one single source of failure, whether that is a centralized exchange, using decentralized exchanges, or even using more than one self-custody wallet. So you can find Bitunix using the link in the description below, but Bitunix also allows you to trade futures, very similar to how you can trade futures on other centralized exchanges, just like Binance or Bybit. Now, the prerequisite here is obviously you do need to fund your account. And so if you don't already have a Bitunix account, but you do have either a different self-custody wallet like a MetaMask, a Rabi, a Phantom wallet, etc., or if you have a different centralized exchange account like Binance or Bybit, you will be able to deposit funds into your Bitunix account by using this add funds deposit button. And then you can see you have the option here to deposit crypto directly from another source. Now, if you want to add from a bank or from a credit card, you are going to have to do KYC. So again, remember, if you want to keep this non-KYC, you can deposit funds from a different crypto wallet in the form of a self-custody wallet or in the form of a separate centralized exchange. So that is prerequisite number one. That's going to be you getting funds into your Bitunix account. And obviously that is pretty much a very similar process compared to any other centralized exchange you have probably used in the past. Okay, from there, you're going to need to get some of those funds into your futures account. And you can see here, if I click into the futures account area and click on USDT futures, I have already funded my futures account right now with about $200 of available capital for the purpose of this video. So what you will need to do once you get the funds into your spot account is you will want to transfer them. And again, coming over here, you can simply click on this transfer button, transfer the funds from your spot account over to your futures account, specify how much you want to transfer, and then those funds will be available in your futures trading account. Okay, from here, again, you may be a beginner, you may be more advanced, but the futures trading interface on Bitunix is relatively straightforward. It allows you to start setting up leveraged trading positions. And again, I urge you to take caution here if you're going to be using leverage across your futures trading positions. Do not use excessive leverage. Understand the risks of leverage and the fact that they introduce liquidation prices for you on your positions. And so you can see here, BTC USDT is selected by default, but what you have the opportunity to do is select the market or the asset that you want to be trading here using futures. Now, Bitunix has a very wide array of different assets and altcoins that you can trade here. You can even trade gold. You can even trade some different assets that may not be available on other exchanges as well. But you can see here, as I scroll down through the list, there is a very wide variety of different assets, altcoins, commodities that you can be trading here using leverage directly over on Bitunix. Okay, if I jump back up to the top here, we can use Bitcoin for today's example. When I scroll over to the right hand side here, you can see the next thing I need to select is whether I want to use cross or isolated margin. Now, if you're not already familiar, cross margin essentially means that the funds that are in your account and spread across other futures positions in this same account will all be used as cross margin for collateral purposes across all of your positions. And if you're using isolated margin, only the margin or collateral that you're using in that isolated position is being used to help you avoid liquidation. And so if you are a little bit more beginner, it might be better for you to use isolated so that you're isolating that risk into one position, because if you use cross margin, it can start dipping into other positions and other extra available USDT in your account here in the event that the asset you have moves against you in your specific trade. So I'm going to use the isolated margin for today's example. And again, then we need to select how much leverage on our margin we want to use. And so you can toggle the margin and change that over here. Again, if you're a beginner, I would recommend not using very large amounts of leverage. Again, maybe something up to 2 or 3x is going to be something conservative that you can start with. From there, if we want to do a market order, it means that we are essentially opening the position at the market price right now, which is 69,879.9 for Bitcoin. But if we wanted to execute a limit long or short position, we would click on limit, meaning that we're not going to configure the actual position to open until price hits a very specific point. So maybe we want to wait until the price actually breaks through this level of resistance on the chart. For example, we could set a limit order at 71,636. So we would type in 71,636 here. It means that Bitunix as an exchange is going to wait until the price of Bitcoin hits that level to open and trigger our long or short. Okay, again, for today's example, I'm going to use a market order. And again, what we're doing here now is we're specifying how much USDT we want to use in our position. And so you can see here that if I type in 100 USDT, it's showing me that the estimated liquidation price using 3x leverage is going to be at 46,706 if I take a long position. If I take a short position, you can see here the liquidation price is going to be 92,790 per Bitcoin. And so these two numbers right here are the most important numbers that you need to make note of when you are opening a long or a short using leverage. Okay, again, you have to be aware that you are literally going to lose all of your money if the price hits 46,000 in the case of you opening a long, or 92,000 in the case of you opening a short. And so this is where the importance of creating take profit and stop loss levels comes into play. Now, thankfully, Bitunix make this very, very seamless. You can see here that if I was to open, and let's use a long for today's example, if I was to open a $100 long using 3x leverage, my liquidation price is going to be down at 46,737 per Bitcoin. Meaning, if the price of Bitcoin drops to 46,742, I'm going to lose all of my $100. Okay. Now, I don't want to do that. You should not want to do that as a trader. And so ultimately, what we want to do here is we want to place a stop loss that is substantially above our liquidation threshold. So again, maybe if we're opening a long in this area, we want to ensure that we only have, a 5 or 10% loss to the downside in the event that Bitcoin does indeed pull back a little bit and price moves against us. And so if we bring up our measurement tool here on the actual chart, we can get a measurement from, the price where we're at right now at $69,000. Maybe we only want to stomach, a 5% drawdown to $66,000. We could put in our stop loss at $66,000 per Bitcoin, meaning that we're going to take a $15 loss in terms of the notional value of what we're going to lose if price moves to the downside, and it's going to close out our position. Obviously, that is much better than losing the full $100. We're setting a strategic stop loss in that area. And if price moves to the upside, perhaps we want to take a profit. If we move up to, let's call it $76,000, we can type in our take profit at 76,000, meaning we'll have a profit of $25 in the green if price moves to the upside. This is very important. This is where you need to be managing your risk as a trader, using perp dexes and using futures exchanges just like Bitunix. And so if we click on open long, we have now set all the parameters for our position. We're using $100 of our own margin. We're having a take profit at 76,000. We're having a stop loss trigger at 66,000. We're opening it as a market order. And if we click on open long position, it's going to allow us to actually execute the order. We're going to confirm it. The position has now been opened. And so the final part that I want to communicate in today's video and today's tutorial for how to trade futures here on Bitunix is the fact that you can begin editing your position even after you've opened it. And so the interface here on Bitunix makes that very, very seamless. You can see here, it gives us a nice summary of everything here related to our order, the mark price that we entered at, the liquidation price, the margin that we're using. And then if we come over to open orders, it's actually going to show us our take profit and stop loss levels here that we configured as part of our position. And so again, those are going to trigger if price moves in either of those directions. But if we come back to our position here, you can actually edit your take profit and stop loss by manually typing in new values over here in this take profit stop loss area and modify your take profit. Maybe you want to actually leave it run a little bit further, or maybe for the stop loss, you want to bring it up a little bit higher to mitigate those losses. Or on the chart itself here, in the user interface, you can see we have the ability to actually drag and change those take profit and stop loss levels. And so if I was to move this stop loss, you can see it's in here on the chart at $66,000. I could move that up here if I wanted to be a little bit more conservative. I can have a success message, and now I've moved my stop loss from 66 up to 67,000, and I'm going to be in a position where I will actually incur less losses if we move to the downside. So you have the ability to modify your position after it has been configured. Don't worry about making mistakes on opening the position. You can always change it thereafter. But that is a very simple example of how you can trade futures directly here on Bitunix, guys. Remember, use the link in the description of this video to set up your Bitunix account, get it funded, start with very low amounts of capital, use isolated and cross margin. If you are a little bit more advanced, you can work up to using cross. And obviously, make sure to take some caution. Do not take anything in this video as financial advice. Always do your own research on any assets you're trading, and obviously be very conservative with your leverage and make sure to set those stop losses. That is it for today's video, guys, on this tutorial on how to trade futures over on Bitunix. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you got any value out of today's video, please smash that thumbs up button below right under my finger. Let's take 3 seconds right now. Smash that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin in the description, and we'll catch you in the next one.